Welcome. My name is James Vicio, and I am here with Miss Brooke Schaefer from the Friday Crossroads, and she is here to talk about her organization and what they do for us in Crossville.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
Well, I appreciate you coming to see us.
Yes, thank you.
So could you tell us a little bit more about your organization, the Friday at the Crossroads?
I'd be happy to. So Friday at the Crossroads started last year in 2016. Our first event took off in June, and we had it every other Friday of the every other first Friday of the month. So when I was a kid growing up here, we didn't have a lot to do, and I wanted to get something for not only my children but the community to know what's going on downtown with our businesses. So I reached out to a wonderful lady named Frances Carson, and she had gracefully helped us reach out to the businesses downtown. They all came together and decided this is something they wanted to do. We formed a steering committee, and the first event happened on June. After June event, we decided that we needed some monies to do a little bit more that we wanted to do. So we reached out to the Crossville Noon Rotary, and they decided to be our main sponsor and our only sponsor. And they've been our sponsor since last year. They sponsored it this year. We've had 5 events this year, and we're excited about the December 1st event coming up. So at the Friday at the Crossroads for our December event, so let me back up a little bit and just explain the events. So when I lived in York, Pennsylvania, they had what was called First Fridays. Now, First Fridays is done every Friday, the first Friday of the month. And it's typically built around the art community, but it's the downtown area, and the businesses have specials, foods, they have music and live music. They do things for the community that they wouldn't do on a normal basis, and they stay open later. We took from that a little bit, and we themed each event. So the April one was Downtown in Bloom. And then we had June, which is called Flip Flop Fridays, and it's like the summer theme.
Yeah.
And then we have August Back to School event. And then we have the October, which is the Harvest Fest, and December is Winter Wonderland. So we're encouraging Christmas theme and winter theme, and so we'll have Santa Claus, and we'll have the Christmas tree lighting, and carolers, and lots of other fun things and specials. The businesses, of course, live music and food. So.
Sounds like a whole lot of great family experience there, huh?
It really is, and that was the key, is to get the families out, to get the community out. The community has been excited about this event. They've really come out and shown up for these events, and I think, you know, some of the businesses we have are coming in not only from the downtown area, but we have outside businesses and groups, organizations, churches that are coming and setting up out front of businesses, and they're bringing in, you know, different free gifts and things for the community, just information. I think our community is learning a lot about what we have here just by these events. So I think that that's part of what I think has been so successful in this event. So this next coming event is December 1st, which is a Friday, of course, and it's going to start at 4 p.m. and it runs till 8 p.m. That doesn't mean that everybody has to leave at 8 p.m., but that's what time that we ask that the businesses stay open to. We ask that the businesses come and stay set up until that time frame. DCI, which is the Downtown Crossville group, they have a map, and they have the layout of the entire downtown area, and it is all those businesses are included, but it runs basically around the Main Street area. We close off Main Street and some surrounding streets there to keep it safe for the children and the families to walk around. So that makes it a little easier for our businesses to set up also in the streets.
And now we're joined here with Miss Frances Carson. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you for coming. Can you tell us a little bit more about the DCI, or Downtown Crossville Inc.?
I'll be happy to. Downtown Crossville Inc. was started when it became time for the Palace Theater to be saved, because the Palace Theater was dying, and we had a new theater that's got more screens and all that kind of stuff. So, but the Palace was downtown, and so a group called Downtown Crossville Inc. started to save the Palace Theater, and we did. They did. They managed to save the Palace Theater. Wow. And then there became several things that they wanted to do. They wanted to, we had an old high school that's across from the hospital on Main Street, and so they wanted to save it too, to make it into a justice center. And they did that. They managed to save that as well. Right. And then a group of us we're talking about what we would like to do. We had been we'd been talking about doing something downtown. And so we got together and we said, okay, and we're women. And if you go to the National Main Street Association, you'll find out that most of Main Streets have been started by women.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's because we don't have anything else to do. I don't know. So anyway, we got together and said, who do we want to be? And we wanted to be Downtown Crossville. But they already had an organization. And so we called up the officers and said, we would really like to be just a subcommittee. We don't want any of your money. We'll raise our own money. We'll do all of that. We just want to be a subcommittee. So they said, let's think about it. So about 2 weeks, they called me back and said, have you got officers? I said, no, not yet. We're waiting on for y'all. And they said, well, get officers and come and meet us. And so they just gave us a charter.
Wow.
So we started at that time. And we tried to make ourselves similar to the National Main Street program with the different committees and organizations and things like that. We went to several of those national meetings to find out what other towns of our size were doing to bring people downtown. The whole purpose is to put feet on the street, bring people into the merchants, raise our sales tax, let people know that they don't have to go to the big box stores. They don't have to go to Walmart, Kmart, or even out of town to some of those other places. We need everything that they need is in Crossville, Tennessee. And most of the businesses downtown are locally owned. So they are working hard as entrepreneurs to build their businesses. And because they're local and locally owned, we need to support them and do that sort of thing.
Wow.
So now we're invited to participate in Fridays at the Crossroads. We raise our money. The city gives us a little bit of money. And then we have a one major fundraiser in May, the end of May, called Taste of Crossville. And so that's how we make most of our money. But we just finished in September with the fourth grade walking tours. So we bring all the fourth graders into town and we take them on a walking tour of the downtown area. And it was funny when we started talking about this, we have a saying that if you have an idea, bring it to the meeting and we throw it against the wall. If it sticks, we do it. And this one, the walking tour, stuck. Oh. So then we had to organize it and put it together. And we thought it would be nice not just to talk to the kids about what we're doing downtown and the businesses that are downtown and the historical part of downtown, but we needed something that they could take with them to remind them of that and read it. So then we decided we would write a book. Wow. So we did. We've written a book called At the Crossroads, and basically it's fourth grade level. And we decided we would make a coloring book out of it. So we had our art classes to draw pictures of the building in black and white, and so the kids can color it as well and find out about the businesses downtown. Basically, we went and interviewed the people who work downtown and who have lived downtown all their lives, and we asked them for stories about the buildings and the things that they did downtown. And it's funny. We've had one story from this person, another story about the same thing from this person, and then we were like, okay, which one are we going to believe? We have a building downtown called the Triangle Building. It was in the shape of a triangle because the railroad went right by it. And so there was one person who said the Triangle Building wasn't built until 1941. Well, the railroad came through in 1901, so we knew that probably wasn't true. So then somebody else gave us a picture of a postcard that was in 1936, and there was a Triangle Building on it. So we knew that 41 was not a good date. Right. So then we at the end of the book, we said, we're sorry if we're misleading you with any dates and stories and all like that, but we did the best we could.
So what do you expect for the turnout on December?
I think it's going to be great. I hope we're going to have weather like today, which was beautiful. I hope the temperature stays there. And last December, it got dark early, but we had enough lights downtown that it wasn't scary or dangerous or anything like that. So we hope it's going to be the same thing this year. And we have Santa Claus, and we take pictures of the children with Santa Claus.
Oh, I bet they love that.
They do. They love that. And then we send our little stick or whatever it is that we've got out to Walgreens, and they print the pictures for us. And then the kids can go back and get their pictures. And we also have other things that are happening. The Christmas tree is going to be lit at the depot. The depot has been closed for a renovation, and it's going to be open. That's the grand opening is going to be December the 1st. And we're going to have refreshments in the depot, and then the Christmas tree lighting. And we've got several groups that are coming in to sing, carolers, that are going to be there for that. So we've got, one of our things about Fridays at the Crossroads is we think people will come if we have music and food. And the store's open, of course. And the stores usually do something special.
Yep.
And they've gotten so that they're outside on Main Street too, with face painting and other kind of things that they're doing there. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the merchants have really gotten into it and are participating and excited about it, as excited as we are about it.
Oh yeah.
So.
And I think you have a right little mindset there. I like the song and music.
Yes.
The music and food.
The music and food.
That's the number one seller right there.
Well, we've got several
excited.
restaurants downtown that stay open. Mm-hmm. And of course they offer food. Then we've got a hot dog guy who comes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it sets up on the courthouse lawn. Mm-hmm. And then so he comes back, and then other places come in with food. Food trucks, mm-hmm. that sort of thing, come in and offer different things for that. And lots of music. Some of the stores have music. I know there's one called Loose Cannon, and they set up at the end of their street, and they have mm-hmm. karaoke or their brothers and sisters come in and sing. We've tried to make it a family kind of a thing, family activity. I was talking to the mayor yesterday, mm-hmm. Mayor James Mayberry, and he's excited about it. He said it's wonderful. And one of the best things about it is at 4 o'clock when the streets close, the first thing on the street are strollers and kids with toddlers. So the young families are coming and getting to know what's downtown in the stores and just what activities we can do down there, mm-hmm. what possibilities there are.
It's a great way to grow and
we
enjoy life.
Well, and interest them in being entrepreneurs as well, and starting businesses and using their own talents and using ideas about those kind of things.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what we're all about.
That's very important there.
It is.
I appreciate you coming and seeing us today and
well, we appreciate
talking to us.
Appreciate you having us here.
Well, thank you, Ms. Francis.